Welcome to Fred Olsen Bollete. This is a tour guide around the main decks of the ship. Let's have a look around, shall we? This is deck 3, Promenade deck, and on the Promenade you can walk around 3.5 times, which is a mile long. Also at the front of the ship you have access to the forecastle. Unfortunately today it's closed, but that's how you would get to the forecastle viewing area, through here. But unfortunately not today, through that door there. And they do like you to walk around one direction, which is pointed out here. And if you carry on, you can walk around the deck, as I said, 3.5 times, and you will be able to walk 1 mile. There's a lovely Bollete bench. You can sit down and rest. So there we are, folks. This is deck 3, Promenade deck, and it's lovely to walk around to keep yourself fit. And I will now go on to deck 4. Still staying on deck 3, Promenade deck. This is the bottom of the Atrium clock on Bollete, which covers 3 floors, which is absolutely amazing to see. And on each hour it plays some chimes, which is good to hear. These are the cabins on Promenade deck, and just to let you know, but to be fair, on every deck, looking down the corridors, they all look the same. Here's a different angle of the Atrium clock, which is absolutely fantastic for a ship. And now we'll carry on to the next deck. We're now on the main deck, deck 4, and this is the upper level of the Atrium clock, and it's absolutely wonderful to see. It really is. There we are, folks. So around here we have the Atrium clock on deck 4. It's really, really lovely to see. Still on main deck, deck 4. This is the Bloomsbury restaurant, where you can have your lunch around about midday, or depending on which cabin you're in, you either eat in the evening here or on the terrace deck above. But this is the Bloomsbury restaurant, and it's quite a lovely sized restaurant, as you can see. But it's really lovely, absolutely lovely. This is the Bloomsbury restaurant on the main deck, deck 4. Continuing on main deck, deck 4, this is the Colours and Taste restaurant, which is just up here on the left hand side, passing the auditorium, where they have movies and lectures. So here we are, we have the specialty restaurant called Colours and Taste, where you do have to pre-book for the evening, but there's a choice of Asian and mostly Italian, and they also have wine tasting here, which they had earlier today. Back still on main deck 4, and this is the destination services, and guest services, along with the Atrium clock at a higher level. Now on main deck 4, you got two sides of this deck to see with lots of things. So I'll go to the photo gallery first. Here we are, this is the photo gallery where you can choose your photos from the crew that takes the photos of you, and you can even order a DVD of your cruise too at an extra cost. But this is the photo gallery. Through there is the Neptune Lounge, but unfortunately it's closed for rehearsal at the moment, but I do hope to try and get a bit of recording later. Here's all the photos of the hotel department, senior management and employers of the month, which you can see on board of the letter. Still on deck 4, and the Atrium clock, guest services and destination services in the distance. Here's the Bollete card room, which you can play bridge or chess or whatever. We're now in the library, where you can books and travel from around the world, and you can even pick up the daily times of what's going on back at home. So here we are, you can pick up Britain Today, which is here every day in the library to read. Here's where you can buy lots of different chocolates and gifts, and you can also have specialty teas if you want to. Here we are, we have now the Earth room, and you will see a photo of David Attenborough in the corner there, and also you've got more books of biography and guidebooks. There we are, folks. So this is the Earth room, and it's lovely to relax and read books. This is the terrace, another restaurant, and it's very nice to sit and have your meal in the evening. Yes, it's lovely sitting here in the evening, and here we have the orchard room, where you can do lots of knitting if you wanted to. Here on deck 5 we have the Serenity tea room, and these lovely statues are really quite good. Yes, and here we are, this is the lovely Serenity tea room, where you can have afternoon teas. But it is at an extra cost, not with your freedom fare. Here we have the botanical room on deck 5, where you have lovely plants dotted around, and you can have a nice relaxing afternoon if you want to. There we go, folks. Now in the piano bar, where they do have live entertainment throughout the day and evenings. You'd have to check your daily times. Here we are, we have the duty-free shop, which is tax-free, with jewellery and watches, and it's quite a good selection here. Now I'm in the Morning Light pub, the only pub on the ship, which covers both sides, where you can watch all the sports channels, football to Wimbledon. So here we are, it covers more or less the whole width of the ship on two sides. And now we have on the left, staying on deck 5, Future Cruise is on the left. At the moment we've got the World Cup, so that'll be playing later. And now we're at the top of the Atrium clock, and it's absolutely wonderful. It really is. So here you can book future cruises if you want to and get some discount. There we go. This is the Fred Olsen Cove shop. So if you want to go and have a look in here, you've got all the nice gifts to buy, all the Fred Olsen stuff on, and yeah, pick up your lanyards to whatever you want to buy. Fantastic. Here we are, we now have the Ocean Bar, where they have live entertainment again throughout the day and the evening. There we are, folks, we're now just having a quiz in the Morning Light pub, still on deck 5. This is fun to do, and it doesn't matter if you lose, it's all about taking part. This is the laundry room on deck 6 if you need to do any washing while you're on a cruise. And the laundry room is on deck 6, which is Highland deck. I'm now on bridge deck, deck 7, and here is all the plaques of where the letter has been around the world. One interesting thing on deck 7 is at the back of the ship you have this lovely little secluded spot where you've got some sunbeds and some nice benches to sit down on. So this is on deck 7. I also do believe it's on the lower decks as well, which is quite nice if it's lovely weather. I'm now on Lido deck, which is got an outdoor swimming pool, and also when the weather's good there is usually plenty of sunbeds to sunbathe, but not today because it's quite cloudy and cool, but not too bad. There we are, folks, this is Lido deck, deck 8. Still on deck 8, Lido deck. This is the View restaurant, which is a buffet restaurant, and I've chosen this side because there's not many people, but on the other side it's full of people, so it's best to film on the quiet side. and they do have quite a lot of choice of food, which I will show you shortly. So here we have, we've got plenty of different choices of food. These are all the sweet choices, but also plenty of food choices as well. There we are. Here is where you can fill up your own water bottle free of charge, and you can have ice and water. Still on deck 8, which is now, I'm now in the Lido pool, but also you can get light snacks as well most of the day till about 5 o'clock in the evening. But yes, this is a lovely area and pool, and it's got a sun roof which is shut at the moment, but on warm sunny days it does come back. There we are, folks. So here's a choice of casual lights at the pool side, which I must say is very, very good. A bit limited, but food is fantastic. Here we have the Atlantis Spa and Fitness Centre, where you've got the thermal suite and the gym. Let's have a look, shall we? Here we are. Just through here, you've got a very sizable gym. There's some yoga at the moment. And, quite good gym, lots of equipment. Very good, in fact. So through there is the thermal suite, which you do have to book. And if you're thinking of going, book early, as it does get booked up quite quickly. This is the men's only sauna, but unfortunately it hasn't been working at all on this cruise, which is a bit disappointing. So through here is all the treatment rooms in the spa, and just give you a sort of a sample what it's like. Here's another treatment room. I'm now on deck 9, sports deck, and I'm just going to show you around the observatory. So here we have the observatory, where it's really, really nice to relax at the front of the ship. And they do have music playing here later. Here's the model of Bollete, which is fantastic. And I'll carry on a little bit down here. Got a nice little bar. Have some drinks there. And later today there'll be a trio playing some classical music, which I'll be going to. And yes, they have dancing here and live music. So yeah, it's a great place to be if you want a good view at the front of the ship. And yes, it's quite good. Yeah, so there's the forecastle, and there's not many ships you can go onto the front, but they only open it up when it's sailing away or going up some lovely fjords or wherever. So I'm still on top of the sports deck, and it's nice to walk around here when the weather's a little bit better. Unfortunately, but that's the way it is. Then you got the two panels of the ship at the back. There we are, folks. Now up there is leading to the sun deck, deck 10, which I'll show you next. So here we are, this is the sun deck, deck 10. Unfortunately, on a day like today, it's not really any good for sunbathing, sadly. But when it is, it can be quite crowded, believe me. So there we are, folks. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Bollete, and I hope this gives you a rough idea what the ship is like. But it's a lovely ship, absolutely lovely ship, and I must say this is my first time with Fred Olsen, and I've been very, very impressed with the food and the entertainment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.